editors had written something about it. And when I discovered nothing, I went on to part2 and I asked some of the guys there if they had any idea. And this can be verified. None did. None of them had a clue. And so off to bed I went, fully expecting to wake up and find out that Bennett had carried out his vicious threat, which he had. He hasn't carried out his threat to come and visit me yet, and I don't think he ever will. He's not the kind. Now Bennett is saying that he gave me ample time to pull the image of his wife and daughter. Well, one, I didn't know it was an image of his wife and daughter, but that's a complete lie. He says that he repeatedly asked me, I think he says in that tape 10 times. That's a lie. Bennett keeps copies of everything. Where are the emails he is supposed to have sent me? Where are the screen dumps? Well, they don't exist, except trapped inside his head. Then I received an hysterical comment, it wasn't an email, from his wife, or it might be his partner. I don't believe that they're actually married. Having a pop at me for using her image and that of her daughter, or son, or whatever, which I deleted. Incidentally, that email or comment did have a photo of her, which I could have used, but unlike Bennett, I'd never drag another person's family into an argument, and so I deleted it. It was then that I realized it was the Landon banner link on the right hand side of the site he was rabbiting on about, and to be honest, the image was that small you could make out no details of the people on it. He acknowledges that he created this banner and had no problems with it being on the Green Arrow site until he sold out his party in our country. So I removed it, but not because of his threats, but because he had destroyed the land and people's site, either for spite or financial reward, but definitely not because of his threats. To be honest, I'd always thought that Simon was an homosexual, and I didn't have a clue that he was actually living with a woman, let alone had a child by one. So there you go. So Violet can scream and scream as much as he likes, but the truth is the truth, and I will ask the listeners this. Bennett wrote the following to me. In terms of my behaviour, that has always remained consistent. I'm calm and professional until threatened with violence, abused, lied about, slandered or libelled. Then I hit back, often hard. If people don't like the way I fight, don't pick fights with me. Fight dirty and think I will roll over, I will not. Well, I got to be honest, I laughed my little cotton socks off when I read that. But listen, consider these following bits from his emails. I will come out all guns blazing and not stop until one of us is dead. And then there's this bit. I will also pay you a visit myself. That's a promise. Now, do these sound to you like the words a calm and professional person would use? Does destroying his clients' websites that he'd been more than generously paid for sound like the acts of a professional? No, Bennett realized after the fact that he had made a big mistake in publishing my mother's address, and this has caused big problems in the little nest of vipers that include Collett, Butler, Bennett and others who I'll name in another article, probably over the next few days. These people who were trying to destabilize the party, they didn't like what Bennett had done. In fact, Butler, Eddie Butler and others in this group of rats, vipers, traitors, call them what you will, contacted me saying that they totally condemned Bennett's actions. I've got the emails, they can't deny it. In fact, at the recent meeting of the non-members and malcontents that was held in West Monkton near Taunton, do you think we don't know about that? Do you think amongst the people who were there that night, those 16 people there, that there were no friends of the Green Arrow there? Think on. I know the names of every one of them. Now, Bennett was not invited because he is now seen as a liability even with those rats. That was actually discussed in private at the meeting about the liability that Bennett had become. So now Bennett also claims that the site, the Green Arrow site, allowed comments calling for there to be personal attacks on him. Now anyone who knows how tight the moderation on the GA site is knows that this to be false. We must protect the site of the Green Arrow, and I would do nothing to jeopardise it being closed down. So I would never allow comments like that. Now, it might be Bennett's style to publish details of someone's address in the hope that they will be attacked, not having the balls to do it himself. But that's not my style. If that was my style, why haven't I published Bennett's address? I've got it. I've got photographs of him. I've got images of his family. I wouldn't do that. I condemn violence, not condone it. Now, I've got a couple of questions for Bennett. Do you deny, Simon, that you've had meetings with the special branch and that you were approached by them? Are you still in debt to the tune of £14,000 after being stung by Nigerians? You keep on telling us you're a great businessman, Simon, but you know, you did get stung by Nigerians, and did you also win a car in a raffle and £1 million? Now, Simon, you're not employed any longer. Who's paying your wages now? Searchlight? Or is it donors? Donors who were telling you that what you were doing is right. Donors who would split and divide the British National Party for their own reasons. Is that how you justify any money that you're making now, Bennett? Now, where are the other 9 requests? You say I made 10 you made 10 requests for me to remove the banner link. I've never received them because you never sent them. Where are they, Simon? Now, regards to the threats, show us the screenshots. Show us these comments. You photocopy everything. You take screen dumps. You save your emails. Where are these comments calling for you to be slapped and attacked on the Green Arrow site? They don't exist either, do they, Simon? No, Corsham, I tell you this, mate. You have my word of honour. Everything I've just said is the truth. I have no reason to lie. I'm not the one trying to justify treason against my people. I'm not the one who sold out his own family for either spite or profit. That's Simon Bennett, not the Green Arrow. So, anyhow, thank you, Corsham. That's my response.